was that? I was sweating. I was actually on the phone to a friend throughout the whole thing because she's going through a bit of a tough time, bless her. So it was muted, but my God. And that final 5 minutes, I was listening. I was like, just chaos, absolute chaos. Sunderland, who predicted that? I did say, it's in the vlog as well, so there is evidence. I was going to add this morning about taking a -4 to bring in Raya, because I feel like double Arsenal defence is just destroying me this season. But I was like, I think Sunderland might score because they've been playing really well and they're playing at home. And I just think it's going to happen. And it did. So I was pleased with that because whilst I do have Gabriel, we'll get to my team in a minute. Whilst I do have Gabriel, it's good because there are so many double Arsenal defence owners out there. And it will just help me that slight little bit more. But thank you, people, for joining in the chat this evening. Malachi's in the chat. Good evening, Malachi. Thank you for being here. We've got Niall in the chat, FPL Freshly. Niall, how are you getting on? Because I always love the way Niall's play style. He plays the game in such a fun way and takes risks, and they do really well. And I wish I was more like that, whereas I take risks and they don't do too well. We've got some Saka owners. We've got Reece Dolan, Saka 12-pointer. Very jealous there. Michael as well. Thank you, Saka. Manish, hello. And Waffle Coffee TV, good evening. Thank you, everyone, for joining. This will be a short stream because Chelsea are playing at 8 and I'm nervous about that game. I've also seen Reece James's bench and obviously I started him over Senesi. So that's only going to go one way. It's going to be a little 1 minute cameo probably. Malachi, always here for a stream with the Queen of FPL. Malachi, I think I need like a demoted title from that because I think once I get a good finish, we can maybe start elevating. But maybe like, I don't know, what could I be? I was going to say peasant, but it's not very complimentary to myself. But we will take a look at my team. So the game week started off really nicely. I was really pleased. And MBEUMO scored. That's a nice 7-pointer there. Unfortunately, Fernandez did also get an assist. And if you have been watching my streams, you'll know that Fernandez is just my nemesis. I can't own him. And it's really ridiculous because he's got so many routes to points and he just gets bonus points. He picks up assists. And he's on penalties. There are loads of reasons to have him in and I haven't gone there. So I went from MBEUMO. He did outscore Fernandez. So at least that's a saving grace. Gabriel's only got 2 points. And then Rice, he's blanked. But he's done well for me so far. And because I've got Rice, I was able to afford MBEUMO. But the Saka 12-pointer... I haven't checked DEFCON, actually. Because when I last checked DEFCON, Rice was on 8. I might have to just do it on my phone because the website is not my friend. But... Oh, Andrew, we have Saka, you have Rice. I know, apparently this is a Saka fan club this evening in the chat, which doesn't bode well for me. As actually this week went for Saka and Rice, which I think is a nice way to cover all bases. And also one of the reasons why I didn't take the hit to bring in Raya. I mean, firstly, a hit for a goalkeeper is not the best thinking anyway. But secondly, I thought, what if there's a chance that actually I want to double up on Arsenal's midfield? And there's a bit of a high ceiling. I think I've talked myself out of going for a second defender. It's either going to be Raya or an attacker. I'm just looking at my team right now. So we've got, Saka on the BPS 42. Rice nowhere near that. Rice on 16. Rice got 11 DEFCON, Saka on 12. Oof, it was a good week to own Saka, wasn't it? And this, again, is just the risk of not going with him. He's like guaranteed to be on penalty. He'll not pass. Well, he's number one penalty taker anyway, but he's not going to be passing them over to anyone, I would have assumed. That is a lovely... Well done, Saka owners. Well done. Seems to be a lot of you in the chat, so I have to give credit where credit's due. I just need to remember that Rice has done well the last couple of weeks and there's still time to bring him in. Sam also has Saka, 12 points. Niall's update on his team. Not too bad so far. 15 points, but took out Saka for Gabriel and captained him. Currently 1.2 million rank. Nice rank though, Niall, and hats off to you for the captaincy. I've seen a few people stuck with Gabriel captaincy this week. It was a difficult conversation, I think, or a difficult decision because... I was just quite set. While I'm chasing rank, I'm going to just stick with Haaland because he's in a fantastic form, doesn't seem to be showing any signs of slowing down. Also, Liverpool was sorting out their defence, but obviously did look a bit shaky at the start of the season. So I'm hoping there is a bit of shakiness tomorrow. And City are playing at home. And I just think Haaland's going to be determined to score against them. And we know what he's like. He's an absolute machine. So it felt like an obvious one for me. I think Mateta, I just brought him in this game week for Gyökeres. If I'd have had him in my team for longer, maybe I would have captained him. But I'm always a bit, it's stupid. It's just a psychological thing. But once I bring a player into my team, I have to kind of like give them a chance to prove themselves, even though they've obviously done well in previous fixtures. And Mateta looks like an absolute beast. That is triple Palace though, and I'm a bit worried that they might be a bit tired. But we will cross that bridge when it comes. Glad that I already had Sarr on the wild card. Saw a lot of people bringing in Sarr this week. Patrick, congratulations. Finally, Saka did something. He did indeed. Dinesh, Saka captain. Very nice. You must be able to sleep well this evening. I think you've got a return there. We've got bloody Gary, Saka rules. Gary and I today exchanged podcasts. I can't explain. We've had 2 days worth of voice notes, but we send them very staggered. Gary's very similar to me, or I don't know whether it's just the way that we speak to each other, where we'll send a voice note and then reply like a day later. And that's the good way of me sending voice notes, because I tend to listen to them if I'm on a dog walk or like doing something. But I think it must have been about an hour in total of voice notes today. And then I messaged and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm sending so many voice notes. I'll reply to you tomorrow to give you a break from me. Oh, George, why I had Saka as captain and then chickened out and went to Mateta. You've still got Mateta to go. And Brighton Palace, they have their rivalry. I think it could be very high scoring. If there's one thing we know this season, it's Brighton's struggled to keep a clean sheet. Yes, they had a good fixture last week, but it was at home against Leeds. So I think we're pretty safe to assume that Brighton are going to concede. But I think also Brighton with Minter, with Welbeck, I'm hoping, I don't want to jinx things, but I'm hoping it's going to be high scoring, because I think it will be a really, really good game. And thankfully, Az is away, so I won't have to watch it with him, because I think there'd be a lot of negative words. I'm not going to check my mid-game week rank, because can only go down from here. Keane, 15 points. Saka and MBEUMO and Bruno in the team. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. Don't check your rank, because it's going to be a huge green arrow so far, but that is an absolutely unbelievable return. Congratulations. Did anyone else own Keane? Kieran's in the chat. Good evening, Kieran. I think the live stream before my last one, I don't know when I did it. I think I threatened to fight you because you were doing well. Something general, but I hope you're well. How is your rank doing? Because you've been absolutely storming it this season. Niall agrees that a Haaland goal is coming tomorrow. Absolutely. FPL Mackham, that is fabulous. That is the best thing, I think, when your team does well and you just don't even care. I can't believe Reece James is benched. I was so excited to own him for this Wolves game. But it's a lot of money, and I think it's just an opportunity. I'll keep him for next game week, because we've got... Who are we playing? I'm clicking on the wrong thing. I know that my mind's gone blank. I'm full of nerves ahead of this Chelsea kickoff. Got half an hour to go. Burnley away. So I'm obviously going to keep him for that. And I think maybe this is the one to rest him in, and then we'll go. When I saw him playing midweek, I was like, this isn't going to age well. And especially with my bench, I didn't feel good about benching Senesi. I was actually considering a bench boost, but it would have been for a -4. I was going to take out Stack for someone and then just activate the bench boost. But so far, I'm glad I didn't. But Senesi and Rodon, I'm not going to speak too soon, because it might not age very well. Triple captain Gabriel. Whoa, that is bold. Sam's also started James and he isn't starting. At least we're in the same boat there. Oh no, Gary said I'm waiting on your last reply. Oh, you are, aren't you? I said I'd reply tomorrow. That's tomorrow morning's dog walk sorted. Checked my live rank, Dinesh. I'm at 47k. That is ridiculous. Well done. I'm not checking my rank. I never check it until the end of the game week, because I think I got burned. Was it 2 seasons ago when Watkins got his hat-trick against Brighton in the 12:30 fixture on Saturday? And I checked my rank and I was like 20k, and I was so happy. And then by the end of the game week, I went back to like 180 or something. It was early on in the season. I had a really good start that season. Michael says, hoping Enzo will deliver. I'm jealous. Enzo owners, João Pedro owners. Delap started. Delap could be an option in the next couple of game weeks. I'm intrigued to see actually how they get on together. As long as he doesn't get sent off this time, I think we'll be good. Do we think that Chelsea are going to get a red card in this game? Because that seems to be our theme this season, just getting reds, managers, players, everyone. Oh yeah, thanks Kieran. Like the stream or I'll fight you. I don't know whether I do it in like everyone at once or separate. Maybe jewels. Does anyone fancy a jewel? I actually went to ninja school, so Japanese throwing stars, they're my jam. Wasn't very good with a samurai sword. Almost broke a trap door, or like a secret door in the wall, and I made the ninja go, huh. So that was good. But yeah, Japanese throwing stars I was good at. Nervous for Chelsea. Yes. My palms are actually sweating, which is so stupid. It's against Wolves and it's at home and we should be fine. But there's always the chance for Chelsea, isn't there? There's just not that consistency. Someone said to me today, they were asking about whether they don't follow like FPL Twitter and things. They didn't have João Pedro. So they weren't part of the mass like transferring out of João Pedro either. And they said, what do you think about João Pedro as an option? And I was like, I know he hasn't really had many shots, but I think he's one of those players, similar to when he was in Brighton. He's good as a fantasy asset. He would just get a goal like semi-regularly. And then he said, oh, the fixtures are looking good for Chelsea as well. But I just don't think you can judge Chelsea by the fixtures sometimes. We're a bit of a funny team. We go through spells. Maybe it's a good spell. Eddie says I should have got rid of Tarkowski. He was poor today. Yeah, I saw he got a yellow. I was watching on Flash Score while on the phone. I didn't actually get to watch the games. The first game I watched today, in fact, was the Arsenal game. Haven't got TNT Sport, and I feel like I should really invest in that because my lunch times are a little bit dry on a Saturday. Animation says Chalobah clean sheet, please. Yep, fingers crossed for a Chelsea clean sheet. Not that it will benefit me in any way. Fingers crossed for a Reece James cameo. Doesn't get injured, plays like a nice 20 minutes and scores a goal and maybe saves the game. Maybe it's 0-0, Reece James comes on. There you go, winner. What Chelsea players do people have? Please let me know. As someone without Chelsea players, 5th red card friends, I would be fine. Is he on 4? I didn't realise he was that close to suspension. Interesting, because people have bought him in, I've seen. So that could be a risky one. Eddie said, I'm a Man United fan. De Ligt got the equaliser. I had Bruno assist. Great stream, Yelena. Thank you for joining, Eddie. And what a feeling. I mean, that Man United game, again, I was checking on Flash Score. I can't believe, I thought it was going to be a 1-0 win and that was it. And of like getting the equaliser so last minute is insane. And also Spurs at home. Why are they so bad at home? I'm glad for them. At least they managed to get 2 goals. If they'd lost again, I feel so sorry for Spurs fans, honestly. I have 0 Chelsea players, unfortunately. Well, who knows how this game's going to go. I mean, Wolves are managerless, so I'm assuming we're going to have the upper hand from that. Kieran said, separate, not going to drop you a DM for any ideas and tips because I'm failing at edited as his appearance on FPL Tension. I wanted to ask you about this, Kieran. So Kieran has a channel and he does this game show thing called FPL Tension. I did not expect to like it as much as I did because I can't concentrate on sort of quizzes and things. It was so good. I think there's 2 episodes out already, isn't there, Kieran? And then is this going to be the 3rd? Because I have been waiting. I lived in Hitchin at the time that this was being recorded, so it's bloody ages ago. But I can't remember the question, as isn't in the chat either. But there was as was like, oh, these questions, and then I gave this answer, and no one knew what like the best answer was. And then I just randomly gave the best answer, and I do not have any knowledge when it comes to like football trivia at all. That was boring. Sorry, Kieran. I'll get Az to say, let me know what the question was, or I'll comment when it's live. But yeah, send me a DM. I'm not on Twitter anymore, but if you're on Instagram, or just grab my number from Az, or I'll get your number from him. Unless you already have my number, do you? Soy 1823. I love your vlogs since I have no in real life people who play FPL watch football to compare my game weeks with. So basically I see you as a rival. That's really funny. I'm probably quite a good rival to have because I make mistakes and it's not going too well. I mean, the season, if I show you my rank history this season, I had a massive, it's going to show my live rank, isn't it? Basically, I had a massive green arrow last game week, a million places. But then that also says about the calibre that I'm playing at. So I went from 3 million to 2 million, hoping to break into the 1 million ASAP. And then hopefully it's just steady progress. But that's why I like Haaland captaincy, bringing in Mateta. Very dull plays, but now I want to aim for, if I get a red arrow, it's a small red arrow, and then maybe just chip away. Obviously, I'd rather have large green arrows, and luckily in the last couple of game weeks, Declan Rice has really helped me out with that. But it's not. I think Volsmada was probably a mistake to bring in last week. I think I may have missed the boat with him. But I saw Nightmares kept him. So he's a Newcastle fan and he is a maverick, actually. I think I saw his message. He took a -12 last week. And then I saw a tweet from him and he was like, I'm going to roll because I can't decide what I'm going to do. And then he said, the next tweet was like, no, felt wrong. I'm taking a -8. He's actually not doing too badly either. He's at, I think, 3.5 million, which considering all the hits and things he's taking, it's paying off. I think from his -12 last week, he was only -4 points down. He brought in Rice. And yeah, he's doing a good job. Go check out his channel as well. I love Shakalaka Mekaleka. Pedro captain, a Chelsea fan for the next 90 minutes, hypothetically speaking. Yes, support the Chelsea. Woohoo. God, Dad will hate me if he hears me say Chelsea. Zytgul says, in BEUMO, the week of mids to dominate has begun. I mean, I hope so. I'm on a 50% success rate at the moment. Stack's not going to do anything off the bench, so that's absolutely fine. Semenyo, who's still got Semenyo? Because that's another one that I'm feeling a little bit flat about. Because since I've transferred him in, the first week I brought him in, absolutely flying. I was thrilled with it. That must have been against Fulham. And then since then, we've not seen too much. I mean, West Ham at home should be a good one. I'm definitely going to keep hold of him until at least game week 15, because they come up against the mighty Chelsea. We know how tough that is if it's a fixture. Tetafala, what were your transfers this week? So I only had one free transfer. I fought the urge to take a -4 and I just did Gyökeres out to Mateta. Now, if Gyökeres wasn't going down in price, I would have actually just benched him and played Senesi. So I had a back four going into it. And then there was the rumour of the price drop on Friday night. So I transferred him out for Mateta because I just thought it was safe. And then I was going to do a -4 to take out Stack because he also dropped in price. And I thought, you know what, I can suck up -0.1 million, but 0.2 is quite a lot. So that's why I did the Mateta transfer. And he's a good asset anyway. He's on penalties. He looks strong. And Palace are good at home as well. Oh, we've got 6 minutes until kickoff. Nervous. Andrew took a -4 from BEUMO. Very, very nice. Soy says, last year were much better than me, but it was my first season of FPL. This year I'm a bit ahead, but it's close. First thing I do after every game week is see how you've done. Are you in the Yellow League, Soy? Because I do have a mini league. If I'll put it in, I must say I don't keep very good track of my mini league, and that is purely because I'm not doing very well in it. There's some really, really, really good players in my new mini league, which just puts me to shame. If I try and find it, the Yellow League, invite people to join. I can whack this is the code to join the Yellow League if anyone fancies joining. BJN VD Leiden, want to do a watch along? No, you do not want to see me watching a Chelsea game. I'm a bag of nerves when Chelsea play, and I think also with streaming there'll be a bit of a delay, and I might see things on the chat, and I don't want to be aggressive. Soiso says, I don't know how to join mini leagues. I have to go through Reddit every year to see how you guys are doing. Go through Reddit. Interesting. Yeah, well, keep track. Let me know. Do comment on my vlog where you finished, or like how many points have you got? Because I'm intrigued in this new rivalry. It's quite fun. Malachi says, need a Reinders Hall tomorrow off the bench for James. I think James is going to come on, though. I think he'll probably come on for a cameo. I don't know if he's going to be fully rested. Because it will either be, we'll be down and then we need him on for like fresh legs, or we'll be up and then it's just a breeze. But then if we are like 5-0 up, are they going to risk Reece James getting hurt? Because this is the risk with bringing him in, isn't it? Like, we all know he's just made of straw, and he's still just such an amazing asset. Like, I'm so happy he plays for Chelsea and he's still really impressive. But there is always that fear that he's just going to fall and break 17 bones. But hopefully that won't happen. I hope he stays fit because he's just so good, and I feel bad for him being plagued by injuries. Eddie says, would you do next game week -4 Enzo to Szoboszlai and Tarkowski to Delit? He got 9 points today. Let me have a look. I think I can't really judge the Enzo one yet until we see how he gets on today, because imagine if he hauls today and then they've got some really nice fixtures. I am tempted. I'm interested in Liverpool players, and especially with that stack fifth midfielder position coming up. But Van Dijk's one that I'm a little bit tempted by as well, but it's just a bit more money. But James is 5.5, so I'm sure I'll be able to find some money. Let me just have a look at Man U's upcoming fixtures. See, Man U defensively, I don't know if I'm there yet. Got Everton at home, Palace, then West Ham, Wolves. I think for Man U, I would maybe wait until game week 14 and also just to see a bit more of them. Because, I mean, De Ligt, he has done well. Like Sunderland at home in game week 7, he got 8 points. But before that, there hasn't been a ton. So I'd maybe just hold off until the end of this game week. Come back to me, Eddie. We can chat about it in the comments. My vlog will be going up live tomorrow. So do reach out, and then I'll be able to give a bit more of a better idea after seeing Enzo and Szoboszlai. Oh my God, kickoffs in 2 minutes. Lewis Allen, evening Eleanor, first time commenting, but really enjoying the vlogs. Bit nervous as I captain João Pedro. Thank you so much for the comments about the vlogs. I love making them. I love editing them. They're so much more fun than when I do team selections and just babble on. João Pedro captaincy is exciting. I back that, to be honest, against Wolves. He was in good form last game week. I think it's a really, really good punt to take, to be honest. And also, if João Pedro gets anything and Haaland blanks, you're going to absolutely fly through the ranks. Niall said, it'll be interesting to see how Liverpool do tomorrow with fixtures looking good. Yeah, definitely. It's so difficult with Liverpool because I had Gakpo at the start of the season and then I transferred him out and that's when he went on a nice run. And it's the pool of players. Like, I can't afford Salah and I'm not going to rip apart my team to get Salah in. Plus, he's going off to AFCON anyway, so it's not really worth a couple of game weeks. But I want to find the diamond in the rough, the one that hasn't yet done too much but has the capacity. So the Rice to whatever the Liverpool version is of Rice, that's what I'm going to go for. Jonah Laws, your hair looks amazing. Thank you so much. I got a new shampoo. I can't remember what it is, but I picked it up in Superdrug today. So thank you. That is very kind. I wonder how to get the username back in the chat instead of this email handle. Not sure. Unsure. Can't give tech advice there. Gary said, any tips for Formula 1 fantasy next week? Gary, this will devastate you, but I actually stopped playing. Oh, the tortoise has gone to sleep. I haven't played it this season. So I just enjoy watching it, but I haven't been watching it closely enough, to be honest, to be able to actually participate. But next year I will be back on it. I wanted to focus on FPL this season, and that's not going the best, but there's still a lot of time to go. Right, it's 8 p.m, guys. We're gonna have to. Oh, wish me luck. We're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to call it a night. And you'll be able to see how things go because I will upload it all in the vlog. But oh God, I'm stressed. I'm also like slightly in a bad mood because of the Reece James thing, but we will see. And there you go. Discomfort's coming in with the advice. Click on your profile, click the pen, change name. Easy, absolutely easy. Yeah, wish me luck. Like the stream. Like the stream to give some more luck. Subscribe if you're new here, and do let me know in the comments if you've captained João Pedro or anything. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I'm just delaying going now. I can hear it. It's starting, so I'm going to leave. But thank you, everyone, so much for watching. Vlog will be out on Sunday. Team selection will be next week. And then I'm going to start doing these halftime vlogs because it's quite nice just to decompress, whether I've got things to celebrate or be stressed about or just get stressed about Chelsea playing. But thanks, everyone. Have a lovely Saturday evening and best of luck with the rest of the game week. Bye, guys.